So hello everybody, it's me Boldie. So this is going to be the Game of Thrones Season 6 Episode 2 recap. So spoiler alert for everyone that is not up to date with Game of Thrones. Extremely exciting stuff happened in this episode, so we finally get to see one of the most important people that are dead, Lyanna Stark, in a vision of the past that the three-eyed raven is presenting to Bran. And Alyser getting a huge surprise back at Castle Black. We see Robert Strong in action in King's Landing. We see Tyrion taking a risk in Meereen. Arya still getting bullied but finds hope. And Ramsay living up to his reputation in Winterfell. Emotional scenes with Sansa and the gang. A very powerful character makes his first appearance in the show at the Iron Islands. And the same old Jon. So we begin this episode beyond the wall with Bran and the three-eyed raven having a vision in Winterfell. Back when Ned and Benjen were just kids and they are sparring. So we hear Ned tell Benjen, "Keep your shield up or I'll ring your head like a bell." Which makes me wonder if it has a more important meaning because Jon said the exact thing to Ollie when he was training him. And Jon said the exact thing to Satin when training in a Storm of Swords book. But it might just be a saying that Ned passed on to his sons. And then we finally get to see Ned's sister, the badass Lyanna Stark, and I am 99% certain that R plus L equals J. And Hodor, or should I say Willis, is talking. The three-eyed raven then stops the vision, and Bran is not too happy about it, but he gets a very beautiful response. It is beautiful beneath the sea, but if you stay too long, you'll drown. So Max von Sydow, oh man, I don't know how to pronounce his name. His performance is amazing. Then outside Mira is frustrated because there isn't anything for her to help with yet. But the children of the forest ensure Mira that Bran won't stay in the cave forever and that he will need her out there. Then we have this beautiful shot that might be foreshadowing that they will live. Whooshu! Back at Castle Black with Alyser Thorne and his buddies, not at all preparing to kill Davos and the brother inside. Man, I said this so many times, I'm hating myself. If they accept the deal. As Alyser's men try to break the door, boom, the wildlings come to the rescue. After two idiots decide to attack the wildlings, Alyser's men drop their weapons and surrender. Then Tormund sees Jon's corpse, just laying there as always, with no hope of coming back. Whooshu! Back at King's Landing, we see Gregor Clegane, aka The Mountain, aka Robert Strong, smashing this guy's head into the wall after he talked trash about Cersei. One of the funniest scenes in the episode. Then Cersei wants to attend her daughter's funeral, but the guards received order from Tommen to keep Cersei inside. So they were pissing themselves at the idea that they might have to fight the Robert Strong, but the scene ended with no violence, and Cersei returned inside. So then we have Jaime telling Tommen to go ask forgiveness from his mother, and right after that we have the Jaime High Sparrow confrontation. So High Sparrow says that together we can overthrow an empire, so it's pretty damn obvious that he won't stop here. So given that the population is growing impatient because they are starving and stuff, things might not end well for the Lannisters and the Tyrells, but we shall see. Tommen then goes to his mother and apologizes for not allowing her to attend Myrcella's funeral and tells her to help him be strong. Whooshu! In Meereen, Tyrion drinks and knows things and makes fun of fairies. And unintentionally of Grey Worm. If I lost my cock, I drink all the time. Tyrion thinks the dragons should be freed because since the Targaryens decided to keep the dragons in captivity, they grew smaller. So he decides to go down in the cave and free the dragons and let the hype begin. Tyrion is a Targaryen! Or not. Just like he said, the dragons are smart, they know not to hurt friends, so it didn't necessarily mean something. Then we see that the scene in the trailer where the dragon seemed like it's going to fry someone was just added there, and thankfully Tyrion is in all pieces. And he did unchain them, but they still remained in the cave at the end of the scene. I don't know what to make of that, but maybe there is a dragon exit somewhere around there, I don't know. Whooshu! In Braavos, Arya is still being bullied, but it seems like Jaqen gives her another chance, and they return to the House of Black and White. Whooshu! Back in Winterfell, Ramsay learns that Walda Frey is carrying a boy, and that means no Lord for him, especially since Sansa escaped and he can't produce an heir. And because of that, and the fact that Roose wasn't okay with the idea of storming Castle Black and killing Jon Snow, Ramsay decides to kill him. So I really didn't see that coming, especially that fast. I didn't expect Roose to fall so easily, but maybe not even Roose knew Ramsay enough to expect that. But the job is only half done. And so Ramsay decides, of course, to let the hounds devour Walda and his stepbrother. Whooshu! Here we have Sansa telling Brienne that she should have gone with her when she had the chance, and she also asked about her little sister Arya. Brienne didn't mention she saw Arya with the Hound, interesting enough. Then we have a very emotional scene between Sansa and Theon. Sansa tries to convince him to come to Castle Black with her and Jon will forgive him, but Theon doesn't want to be forgiven. I really fear for him now and I'm glad he's redeeming himself. Theon decides to go home to his family. Whooshu! On the Iron Island, Yara confronts her father, Balon Greyjoy, but with no luck, he's old and ignorant. After that, we got a book scene, but not identical. Euron Greyjoy makes his first appearance on the show by throwing his father off the bridge. In the books, Balon was killed on the same bridge but by a hired, faceless assassin. Euron seems to be a similar character to Ramsay, except he is not a bastard, which is a bit more concerning since he can sit on the Salt Throne before Yara, and in the trailer we actually see him in a religious ceremony, which could mean he will be the one to sit on the Salt Throne. I say he is similar to Ramsay because he gives me that psychopath vibe, and after all he just killed his father to sit in the Iron Salt Throne. Sounds familiar? Whooshu! We moved back at Castle Black, where Melisandre is still feeling the cold now that her fate is shaken, and Davos asks her for the grand favor we've all been waiting for. Can you resurrect Jon Snow? At first Melisandre seemingly refuses because she doesn't know how to do that. She has never done it, but ultimately Davos convinces her to try. It was really sweet seeing them almost as a team, since I really don't see Melisandre as being a villain. After all, she did what she did for the greater good. She really thought she interpreted the visions correctly. And maybe she did, apart from Stannis being the prince that was promised part. Anyhow, she begins the routine. Wash, pray, cut, pray, burn, pray, cut, wash, pray, alive. So just remember the routine if you want to bring someone back to life. The routine is everything, guys. So do it again with me. Wash, pray, cut, pray, burn, pray, cut, wash, pray, alive. No, but seriously, I was so just waiting for the moment. There was no way in hell he wouldn't come back after all the suspense. Because even after everyone left the room, the scene was full of suspense. I mean, can you just imagine the scene ending with Jon Snow dead? It would have been hilarious. And to be honest, Ed and Tormund did seem disappointed when they left the room, but Davos didn't give me that vibe at all. He was like, okay, I'll just leave you here to get done with your business, call me when you're up. So maybe it's just his face, I don't know. I was so happy that we got to see Ghost react right before Jon came back to life. I always like when they highlight the connection Starks have with their direwolves. So congratulations guys if you made it through all the whooshes of the day. If you enjoyed this video, slap the like button, it really likes it, and click the subscribe button in the nuts to help this channel grow. And share it with people you think might enjoy this as well. I still have other videos if you want to check them out as well. Until the next one, stay safe, stay bold, and stay awesome. Bye bye! If I lost my cock, I drink all the time. Tyrion thinks the dragons... Sorry. Tyrion thinks the dragons should be freed because since the Targaryens decided to keep the dragons in captivity, they grew smaller. Tyrion... Oh, such a fucking idiot. So he decides to go down in the cave and free the dragons. And let the hype begin. Tyrion has... Oh.